Hi, this is Mark at Ding Dong's Garden. This is Tenuijulis or Tenuijulis. I'll show you the name here. It's a willow that is beautiful. My understanding is it comes from Korea and came to the States through some people developing biofuels. It resembles a lot of the other Asian willow or Japanese willow, the miyabes we have, because it's got these very slender leaves. You can see here where we planted the willow, these cuttings last winter. They're only 6 months old, and yet you get a lot of growth on them. So that's pretty typical for Japanese, or in this case here is from Korea. One thing I like about Japanese willow, and I'm pretty confident that this is going to have the same kind of characteristic, is that when this dries out, like when you harvest it and you have long rods and you let it dry, the rods will turn black, and boy, that's a pretty color if you want to make some kind of basketry work with it. It's going to be coarse. This is not like a Salix purpurea that's thin and easy to work with. But if there's some coarse or larger projects that you have where you don't need that kind of small diameter, then the Japanese willows and very likely this one, we'll see this winter, but very likely this one, it would be a great candidate. And like I mentioned in all of our other videos, willow is very easy to propagate. You just take a cutting and you stick it in the ground, and you can kind of see the original cuttings that we put into the ground here. And then every year we will coppice this back, which means we just cut it back to the ground, and it'll grow back even more the following year. And then after 3 or 4 years, it'll start reaching its maximum height every year. And in this case, I'm gonna guess, like this year, some of the trees here are, maybe 6 feet tall or 7 feet tall. So in a few years, this row of willow will grow to be 12 to 14 feet tall every year. We'll cut it back and it'll grow, and then we'll harvest it and use the wood for basketry or cuttings for plantings or a wide variety of uses. But you can see that it's just beautiful even as a hedge. I mean, it's kind of got that bamboo nature to it without the scary growth that bamboo has, because most willows they're not rhizomous. They don't send out roots to keep growing. So if you want to get rid of a willow tree, it's a lot easier than getting rid of bamboo. And in the end, willows are so easy to grow. You know, you buy one cutting, right? And then the following winter, you're going to have 20 or 30 cuttings to propagate if you like that willow. So there's really no need to run out and buy dozens of cuttings of a type of willow. If you have the patience and you want to save some money, just buy 1 or 2 cuttings and then plant those, and then you can see next year if that's a kind of a willow that you want. You can propagate it, no problem. But it's a much easier way to make decisions when there's so many types of willows out there. I mean, we've got over 100 in our willow bed here. This is Tenuijulis or Tenuijulis. It's Asian willow. I think this variety came from Korea, and it is beautiful. And it very likely makes a beautiful black rod for weaving larger projects in the winter.